Welcome. I'm going to do my best to land here. I invite you to do the same. My goal here today is to keep it very simple, basic, and kind of let go of even the techniques and the styles and the this and the that, and just let this be a moment of time where you just sit and you notice how you feel. You notice what feelings arise just right away, right? You don't have to worry too much about it, about getting it right, doing it right, having a specific way of doing it. Sometimes meditation is just a moment of time to be with yourself as you are and to notice what you notice and allow what you can allow. And it doesn't have to be more complicated than that, right? I think a lot of times we kind of get in our head, oh, I need it to be, I want to make sure that it's, perfect, right? I want a comfortable seat. I want a quiet room. I want I don't want distractions. I don't want, I want to do all these different things. And it doesn't have to be any of those things, right? You could be in the middle of a busy day, right? You could be standing in line waiting to get your groceries or something like that. And in that moment where you're just waiting for your turn, you take a breath and you notice how you feel. And that could be a minute long, 2 minute, 5 minute long meditation, right? Where you're just existing as you are, but letting go of the kind of stories that you tell yourself, the ththings that cause the anxieties and the fears and everything to like rattle around in the brain. Here's a moment to just notice, right? I like this shirt because it says exhale. Exhale, let go of what you no longer need or it will poison you, right? And it's so true. We consume, we take things in, and then we don't let it back out. And so obviously we all exhale, but can you do it with a consciousness where you're letting something go? I think that's the goal here. So sit however you're sitting. Maybe feel some movement, maybe get comfortable a little bit more by adjusting your seat, right? What I mean by it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't also mean it has to be uncomfortable, right? Like we're not forcing anything. It should be natural. It should be easy, right? This is, in yoga, this is Sukhasana, easy pose, where you sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. But you could sit however is easy for you. And we're not going to think too much about it. I think the point is to let go of the overthinking brain. And to do that, you can use tons of techniques to distract from your overactive thinking brain, or you could just go, I'm just going to be. I'm just going to notice my breath in my body. I'm going to notice what arises, right? Feelings, thoughts, emotions. And rather than wanting to change, needing to change them, altering, trying to fix, trying to make things better, you're just going to allow. You're going to allow yourself to land. You're going to allow yourself to breathe. You can allow yourself to look around the room or out the window. You can allow breath in, allow breath out. Allow sounds. And by allowing, we're not processing. We're not analyzing. You're just letting it be. We don't have to figure it out. It doesn't have to make sense. It could be silly, right? Just whatever it is. However you feel is how you feel. Whatever you're thinking is what you're thinking. How your breath feels is how your breath feels. Neutral. That's what we're going for here. So as we sit and notice, you just keep allowing yourself to be in this space as you are, with No judgments, no labels, no effort. This should be effortless. And the more you practice effortless sitting, the easier it'll come. The more you'll look forward to things like this. But you have to practice. It's the one thing that's pretty consistent. If you want to get better at something, you practice it. Yoga is usually known as a practice, not as a workout or a routine. They call it a practice. They say you're practicing yoga, you're attempting it. But I try not to look at it like I'm trying to get better at something, but simply that I get to do it. I get to practice something. I get to do something and then try it again and then try it again, simply because I enjoy doing the thing. And so we're practicing sitting, being, and letting go. Inhale, exhale. Seeing only, if you can, watch that, right? As you inhale and exhale, notice maybe the moments between the inhale and the exhale, or the moments between the exhale and the inhale. Just notice that slight moment of time, right? And if you feel your mind wandering into what you have to do later, or the stress of the day, or what happened before, there's nothing wrong, right? You're not doing something wrong or good or bad, or anything like that. That's just what you're thinking. You're thinking of what's going to happen or what already happened. That's very normal. So continue to just allow that. But as you allow yourself to think what you want to think, eventually it comes to the present moment. You allow yourself to think, what am I feeling right now? Your feelings are in the present moment. Your breath is in the present moment. Your senses are all in the present moment. But your kind of emotional state, that being that is overanalyzing and thinking and in the brain, that part of you, that lives in the present, that lives in the past and in the future, right? It's worrying about. So we just continue to allow ourselves to be in the present moment. What helps with that? Noticing your senses, noticing your breath. And then all we're going to allow is some space, some quiet, some silence, right? Kind of letting go of the external stimuli, the noise. It can keep happening, right? You're just not attaching to it, right? So if there's sounds, if there's noises, if there's lights and stuff like that, you simply just, those are there. You are here. It doesn't have to affect you. It doesn't have to change anything. And you're just enjoying existing as you are without a title, a change, any of it. Let it all go. It's simple. It's not easy. It's simple. The voice that is loudest is probably the one that's telling you you need to do something else right now, that you need to change, that you need to fix. There's a problem to solve. But keep allowing those thoughts to just happen without doing anything about them, without changing, without attaching to them. Just simply watch them go by. And if they continue, they continue. That's also okay. And just feel what it's like to sit and be. Maybe sharing even virtual space and time with me and with someone else that's trying to do the same thing. Meditation is usually better, honestly, when you can do it with others, because you can feel the energy in the room, or the concept of somebody else that's sitting in silence. And I've felt experiences where it feels like everything expands a little bit more. There's more room to breathe, to think, and to allow. If you're feeling tight or anxious or uncomfortable or tense, maybe just try to breathe a little deeper into the belly, into the ribs, in the back. And then as you exhale, shoulders soften, elbows, hips. And just for the last few minutes here, we're fully and completely going to let go and just allow ourselves to be as we are in this space at this time. No problems to solve, nothing to fix or change. Just watching the breath in, watching the breath go back out, feeling yourself sitting, feeling yourself notice and feel whatever it is that you notice and you feel. And keep feeling what you're feeling, and know that nothing is necessarily right or wrong, good or bad, neutral. No opinion, no judgment. Just keep watching, keep noticing, keep breathing. Even if the thoughts come up that are negative or angry, whatever it may be, whatever label you would normally put on it, let go. Don't put anything in any categories. Nothing is what you're labeling it as. It just is. Things aren't happening to you, they're just happening. The wind moves, and that's just how it goes. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep simplifying. Make this sense of, it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be confusing, it doesn't have to be difficult, it is simple. Just keep breathing. Keep noticing what you notice. Keep allowing what you can allow. Sit here and I share space with you. You share space with me. Let that be a moment of gratitude for the sake that you get to have the privilege of sitting for 15 minutes and notice your breath and notice your feelings and just sit with it. And if you made the time for this, thank yourself. Thank yourself for choosing stillness and places of quiet and simplicity over maybe stress, anxiousness, overworking, fear, needing to arrive for something. And I thank you, and I look forward to any time that I get to share these practices with those that need it, which technically is everybody. But if you watch this, thank you so much for choosing my version of these types of practices. I call myself, I'm Joe James, and I say Average Yoga with Joe James because I'm an average, regular guy that really thoroughly found a huge change in my life due to practices of meditation and yoga and breath work and chanting and all of that stuff. Drawing has helped me immensely change, and I feel better myself, a more balanced version of myself, not better specifically, but balanced. So if you like this stuff, reach out to me. Let's work together. If not, just enjoy what's out here for free on my YouTube. And go to my live page, and I have tons of content. So if you enjoy it, just let me know. Have a good rest of your day. Meditation Monday. I have a chanting on Tuesday. I draw on Thursday. I always try to offer things because it is just something I love to share. So thank you, and I hope you have